What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to episode number 48 of my SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager mode, coming to you from Portland, Oregon for the January 24th edition of the series. Yes, and tonight we have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line in a special referee matchup, as Stone Cold Steve Austin will be the guest official for this one, as it will be this man, the Brahma Bull, the People's Champion, The Rock, taking on the Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. And The Rock, he's got a big legacy to try to dethrone tonight. I mean, the King has held that throne since the very beginning of the series. 47 episodes as the World Heavyweight Champion, and he could complete his 48th here tonight if he can defeat The Rock. As Triple H, he was the inaugural champion, and he has beaten everybody who has stepped up to face him. He's beaten Kurt Angle, he's beaten Bret Hart, he's beaten Andre the Giant, he's beaten Randy Orton, he's beaten Stone Cold, he's beaten Hulk Hogan, he's beaten Bret Hart again. I mean, he's beaten just about anybody he can face. Big Show, in any kind of matches as well. Battle Royals, Hell in the Cell, Armageddon Hell in the Cells, triple threat matches, just singles matches, last man standing matches. Triple H has done it all, and he just cannot be stopped. Iron Man matches as well. I mean, Triple H really has been a dominant force. Like, nobody can stand up to him. As you see right here, how professional am I? I'm trying to look up controls for how to be a referee. What buttons do I have to hit? Good job past me. Good job with that one. But anyways, I don't even know. But let's focus back on the match. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's face it, that nobody can undo those past few seconds. As we see, Triple H drives the elbow straight into the jaw, the nose perhaps, of The Rock. And now The Rock takes down Triple H. As Austin, well, we see he's just kind of taunting away as he kind of watches on. Although he is in a good position here, he's keeping a close eye on that submission hold. As The Rock, he's got Triple H in the sharpshooter, center of the ring. But it's a little too early to force a submission. Triple H, he hangs on. As The Rock, well, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's going back to the well, and a second sharpshooter locked in. And perhaps if this was Bret Hart, Triple H would be tapping out, but The Rock, maybe he has to do a little bit more work on that sharpshooter, or, you know, maybe inflict some damage to Triple H, but I guess he's doing a good job there with the sharpshooter. That's an effective move if you want to inflict damage, and that's probably what he's looking to do. He's not looking for the submission. He just wants to wear down the World Heavyweight Champion and set him up for, you know, defeating him in the future. As we see Austin right now, he's counting, but at the same time, he's like pandering to the crowd here. This is the same thing we saw Christian do at Judgment Day. Well, I didn't think Stone Cold would be a very impartial referee. I didn't think he would do his job, but I mean, he's doing an okay job, I guess, at this point. I mean, for a special guest referee, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse than what Austin is doing right now. So at least he's kind of doing his job. I mean, I really can't find too much fault with the man. He's pandering to the crowd. That's all fine and dandy, you know, get the crowd engaged in the matchup, I suppose, but I guess at least he's not getting physical with these guys. He's not getting in there and just, you know, giving them Stone Cold stunners left and right. Now, he's at least keeping his hands off the competitors, which is more than I can say for certain special referees in the past. Like Christian, for example. Christian, he was just kind of, ugh. He really was not an impartial referee at all. Austin, at least this way, if he's just kind of being self-righteous about it, then, you know, he's not really favoring either man. So I guess he technically is still impartial. If anything, he's just trying to boost his own ego and try to benefit himself. But unfortunately for Steve Austin, he cannot win this matchup as he is not a participant in it. He's just the referee. He cannot win. Although I'm sure Austin would try. He would try to get himself the world title if he could. But this is not exactly going to work for him. As we see right now, Triple H has The Rock center of the ring, bounces off the ropes and drops the knee right into the skull of the People's Champion. Although the People's Champion is not the champion right now, but he would like to become the People's Champion. But he's got to beat the current champ, the King of Kings, tonight. And Triple H, well, he certainly has been the King of SmackDown from the very beginning, failing to lose that title, always defending it every single opportunity that he got. Whenever he was forced to go out there and defend the title, he would defend it, and he has thrived as the champ. As The Rock diving off the top rope, connecting into the face with Triple H. But Triple H now with the lockup here, as he's got The Rock, setting him up for a pile driver right there. As Triple H, well, he's, like I said, any means necessary. Triple H, he is willing to go to any lengths to retain that world title, as we have seen in the previous matches that he's competed in, whether it's a last man standing, a Hell in the Cell. Wait a minute, look at this! The Rock with a rock bottom to Triple H, and that could put the game away. Rock drags him to the center of the ring, hooks the leg, Austin with a cover, 2 counts, and no, kick out by Triple H at 2. I should say, Austin, that wasn't a slow count, it wasn't a fast count, it was a fairly normal referee 2 count there. You know, Triple H, oh, well, okay, Austin, forget the impartial thing. I thought maybe, just maybe, I deluded myself for a second into thinking that Austin would be impartial, but maybe he just happened to accidentally bump into Triple H there. But I'm kind of stretching it at that point. I mean, that looked like a blatant clothesline to me, although some may argue that it was just a little tap. Triple H just got in the way. Austin was trying to officiate, and Triple H just happened to get in the way. Although that's not personally what I think. No, Triple H was a blatant victim of an assault by this referee. Austin now continuing to count as we see The Rock with a huge punch. Triple H knocked up onto the barricade. As Austin now up to a 5 count. Triple H got to get back inside the ring. 6 count now, but Triple H is back. He has made it back into the ring. Re-enters. And now The Rock tosses him over the top rope. Triple H hangs on, and he's back into it with a shoulder to the gut. As now he's got The Rock here. Triple H thought he was going to throw him into the corner. Instead, pulls him back into an elbow. And now the game, he's got The Rock here in a lockup. Oh, but he throws him at Austin. Triple H perhaps trying to get a little bit of payback on Austin from that love tap that Austin gave him. Or maybe that was just an accident. Maybe Triple H didn't even realize Austin was there, and it was just on instinct that he kind of threw him that way. I mean, at this point, Rock, he certainly has the upper hand in this matchup, as he already hit the rock bottom. Triple H, he's kind of struggling a little bit. So, you know, he's got to do whatever it takes to win at this point. And, you know, you can't afford to worry about hitting the referee. Wait a minute! The Rock! The Rock connects with a rock bottom. A second rock bottom to the game. Oh, but Triple H with a nice counter. He's back to his feet. He's got to be running on adrenaline at this point. I mean, Triple H, he's in survival mode now. I mean, he's now taken a second rock bottom. I mean, like, at this point, Triple H, he's got to be feeling worried that his title is in jeopardy. As you saw, he wasn't all that quick getting back inside the ring. He's got to take a little bit of time to recompose himself. As you see, he ducks outside the ring now. Not a bad idea. The Rock really has brought the fight to Triple H here tonight. He has to buy himself a little bit of time. Think of a game plan, because obviously plan A is not working. He needs a plan B. And we know Triple H, as he always says, there's always a plan B. But Triple H, you know, it's not looking so good for him tonight. I mean, plan B might not be enough. He might need a plan C or a plan D, maybe even a plan E. Because The Rock is just shattering Triple H right now. Counter by Triple. Nope, wait, counter. Nope, counter again by Triple H. Back and forth, counter for counter. The Rock now placed up on the top turnbuckle. Triple H. Oh, look at this off the top rope, superplex by the game. And if that's plan B, that's one hell of a plan B, but you can see, and it's also taken away from Triple H. It took a lot out of him to hit that superplex. Austin into the cover. 2 count, or into the count, I should say. But The Rock kicks out at 2. And that was another impartial pin. I figured maybe with it being Triple H, you saw earlier, I figured Austin maybe would go for the slow count, but no. Austin, he's doing his job as referee. He's being impartial when it matters. And I suppose if, you know, no matter how many times he attacks the superstars, as long as it counts those No, never mind. Now that I think about that, that's not justifiable. But, you know, maybe it was an accident. Maybe he just accidentally hit Triple H, and now he's trying to make up for it by being impartial. Wait a minute, look at this, Triple H, he's got the Rock, pedigree to the Rock, and that just busted him wide open. Triple H drags him to the center of the ring, into the cover, and now Austin with the count. Oh, come on. Here we go, here it is. Here we go, 2 counts. Oh, and again, Austin, what did... You have a cramp in your arm? You got a muscle cramp? Is something in your eye? Well, he's going to try again. Oh, but the Rock kicks out now. Okay. Now, that's... There's no way. How can you justify that? Well, now... Oh, Austin going after the Rock here. That was perhaps a bit of a miscommunication, but Triple H now at this point, I mean, you know, Austin just blatantly screwed him over. And now, you know, it's only fitting that Triple H would try to use Rock as a human battering ram. As now Austin's breaking up the pin. I mean, come on. This can't be justified. This is just blatant interference by the Rock and abuse of power. And, I mean, did I really expect anything less? And now look at this. Austin, I mean, this is not a triple threat match. You're the ref, for Christ's sake. I mean, I guess he's not wearing the referee attire. He's just, oh, wait a minute, what the heck? Stone Cold Stunner to the Rock! What? What the hell did Austin just do? Oh, and now he sets him up. He sets up the Rock for a pedigree from Triple H. What the hell did Austin just do? Oh my God, he's not gonna do this. Not this way. Not in a fast count. Oh, come on. Not only did Austin, he was messing with Triple H throughout the matchup, so he wasn't even an impartial referee from the... But then he just I don't know what to say. I'm completely speechless right now. Austin, I figured if anybody, he was going to screw over Triple H, but instead, that stunner to the Rock that came completely out of left field. I don't know what to say. But you know, nonetheless, by hook or by crook, Triple H, he retains the world title, and perhaps that was his plan B all along. Was Austin acting on his own accord, or did Triple H have Austin in his back pocket? Whatever the case, our main event tonight was screwed thanks to Steve Austin. As we see, the Royal Rumble is just around the corner. That'll be the next episode of GM Mode, and quite possibly the last episode of GM Mode before WWE 2K16. And as we see, if we win the Royal Rumble, we will get to headline WrestleMania in the main events. So this is a big opportunity. We don't have the number 30 entry, thanks to the Buried Alive loss from Chris Benoit to Shawn Michaels. But we still have a very good opportunity in the Royal Rumble. We've got 15 superstars who could perhaps potentially win. That was redundant. But yeah, we have a good opportunity. We don't necessarily need the number 30 spot. I mean, we have some workhorses who could possibly get the job done. But as we see, our rivalry was still good. We got a good rating out of that main event, so that's awesome. As we take a look, a lot of people want title shots, or they're losing. Orton and Flair, they're losing. Everyone else just wants title shots. So, with the Royal Rumble coming up, we're not exactly going to be able to honor all of those requests, but I can see what I can do. However, the Royal Rumble, we're going to get a chance to get basically everybody on the roster to compete. So that's cool. Some people might even be working double duty. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. This is our list of champions heading into the Rumble match. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode, which will be the Royal Rumble. And until then, keep on YouTubing.